Lawyers for the retired Metro detective accused of murder are firing back now with explosive allegations against the victim. They tell 13 Investigates the prosecutors, well, they have the story all wrong.
13 investigative reporter Joe Bartels is live at the Clark County Detention Center, where Pamela Bordeaux remains locked up tonight. Joe.
Todd and Tricia, that retired Metro detective is behind bars here at the Clark County Detention Center tonight. She will be held without bail until a hearing next week. And while the district attorney's office is calling this an execution, her attorneys say there's so much more to what happened. Sean Babbitt was a gifted musician, a prodigy with the guitar, and his family says he had a passive personality.
The big love of his life was his little boy, Brandon. He couldn't wait to see him for that hour that he got to spend every week.
That 1 hour a week custody visitation agreement ended when police say Sean's former mother-in-law, Pamela Bordeaux, shot him 10 times inside her home Tuesday morning in what authorities describe as a cold-blooded execution.
This was no execution. If this was premeditated, if this was deliberate, if this was done with malice, she wouldn't have shot this man in her own house.
Attorneys representing Bordeaux point to this brief 2-paragraph police report that reveals few details about what led up to the shooting and reveals no motive, but hinting the supervised child visitation agreement was a driving force behind what happened.
They're saying that Pamela is the judge, jury, and executioner in this. Is that an accurate assessment?
You know, it is not, and it's a very incomplete narrative. You see, the district attorney's office does not have a monopoly on the truth.
Attorneys say there are major red flags, adding Sean had a dark side. He had to take counseling classes in order to see his young boy, according to the sealed custody agreement.
Obviously, this young man was dealing with some deviant behavior, and that's why he had supervised 1 hour visits a week and no more.
Bordeaux's attorneys declined to elaborate on what kind of behavior. Babbitt's family says Sean's visits were so restrictive they have no pictures of their grandson, but they say he was working to get more access to the 3-year-old just weeks before the shooting.
So he served them with papers, and he would have gotten more access, and the next visit, he was murdered.
When asked about what exactly led up to the shooting, Bordeaux's attorneys say they'll reveal that in the coming days. Joe Bartels, 13 Action News.